What's up, guys? I am the Textbook Gamer, and today I'm going to do my top 10 NES sports games of all time. It's going to be my personal favorite, so you can agree, disagree, whatever, just let me know. Just whatever you do, be prepared to be thrown back today.
First up, Double Dribble. It's a pretty basic game with no real depth to it, but me and my brothers played this for hours without even getting angry about wins or losses. This game had the unstoppable three in the corner, had like 2 or 3 different dunk animations. For such a basic game, it was just entertaining. Passing to the right player was pretty accurate. Even the halftime show was pretty good. It had cheerleaders, it had mascots. I mean, that was pretty good for the 80s. This game may not have had like NBA teams and players, but it definitely helped other games moving forward. So I guess we should move forward. Next on our list, World Class Track Meets number 9. Wait. Before we even get into this one, I gotta school y'all a little bit on the power pad. Nintendo from day one was always a step ahead of the competition. When the power pad came out, I needed it. The possibilities seemed endless. The competition was about to bow down to Nintendo. And then they only made like the one game for the power pad. So much for that. Anyways, they start you out with this guy named Turtle. He's like super slow. So basically, you just run in place as fast as you can on the pad. And it's pretty easy against this guy, as you're about to see. He's pitiful. But of course, it gets a little difficult as you go. A lot more difficult, actually. When you face guys like Rabbit, Horse, and eventually Cheetah, who's really hard to beat. But that's not all you did. You didn't just do typical races. You also had to do hurdles where you actually jumped on the pad to get over the hurdles, which was kind of difficult at the time to time it, but practice makes perfect. They also had the long jump, which is typically, just jump when you get to the line, which was not that difficult. But then there was the triple jump, which was kind of difficult because you had to actually do like 3 jumps in the air, and then you jump again when he lands, and it was just a little clunky. Again, if you work at it a little bit, you'll be halfway decent at it, but after like the 10th or 15th try. The innovation alone puts this on the top 10 list. What's next? Ring King had like the best freedom of movement from like any game, any boxing game at that time. I didn't play this much as a kid, but it definitely was a great sports game. The boxers were all pretty similar. Not much signature to them besides like the basics. Some were stronger or faster or just had more stamina. It was like pretty fun wheeling on each other during like a 2-player game. I never got that far in this game because, like I said, I didn't really play it much. I either rented it or borrowed it. I never owned it. So, and honestly, I don't really have much more to say about this game. So, let's just go on and move on to the next one. Major League Baseball was probably like the first sports game that had all the major league teams in it from like one sport. It had like pretty much all the AL, all the NL teams in it. Now, it didn't have the names of the players, but it did have their jersey numbers and their stats, so you know who's like good or bad. It was pretty damn good. Like you can pick your lineup. It shows their ERA, shows their batting average, home runs, RBIs, and all of that. If they bat left, right, or if they're a switch hitter. It really just, only thing missing was the names. Like, just didn't have the names. But if you follow baseball at all, you would know who was who based on their numbers, or even just look at their average and home runs and things and RBI. You'll just know who was who based on that. Game had a lot going for it before you even took the field, so not bad for an early generation of video games. I don't know how popular this game was back in the day, but it definitely deserved to be popular because it pretty much had a lot that most baseball games did not have. Okay, here we go. So they got the pitch speed and everything on the screen for you, and all the info you need, basic info. And then you can just like double swing the bat. Like, who cares? Like, just double swing the bat. That's not realistic at all, but so what? We got the real teams. What you want? You want everything? And then you hit a home run and the crowd just starts lighting up. Then you can see the clouds in the back, but you don't see no land. It's like you're on a like a Jetsons sky island or something. I don't know. Like, there's no land back there, so you got to be like, I don't know. Where are they? Alright, here we go. So you put the ball in play, and then umpire just jumps out of nowhere to make the call. There were other good baseball games for Nintendo, like TECMO Baseball, RBI Baseball, Bases Loaded. They made a bunch of those. But having the actual teams, though, and the stats puts this above the competition. Moving on to number 6 on our list. Jordan versus Bird, 1-on-1. Now, I wasn't really a fan of either one of these players growing up. In fact, I hated Michael Jordan. But that didn't stop me from playing this classic. You can play a 1-on-1 game, choosing either Jordan or Bird. Bird didn't miss jumpers at all in this game. Like, he made everything. But Jordan will dunk on you almost every time he gets to step past you. So make sure you stay in front of him. They also had a mode where you can practice slam dunks and even have a dunk contest with Jordan, where you would just have to run a certain pattern to get the dunk off, depending on where you are on the floor. And they also had the 3-point shootout with Larry Bird, where you can just go to any spot on the floor and just start nailing threes. I was more of a dunk contest person myself. Anyways, let's move on to number 5. For someone who's never into hockey, I sure got a lot of fun out of this game, Blades of Steel. They had a tournament mode that was challenging, but I mostly stuck to the exhibition mode. This game had pretty intense back and forth action. Like, it was fun, like just going up and down the ice, and it was pretty accurate at how you slide, and or at least I think it would be accurate. And I always like games that like put the referees in it. I don't know why, it's something that was always impressive to me for some reason, because at first games didn't even bother to that, but they needed it because they had actual fights and the gloves literally come off and they go at it. Well, enough said about this. What's the next one? Yeah, I know. 3 basketball games on one list, but I'm a b-ball junkie, so go make your own list then if you don't like it. Now, this is everything that Double Dribble isn't. Has all the teams, has their logos on the court, and best of all, it had the players' names. You can sub in new players. They had a little bit of everything in this game. It was just so much more deeper than any other basketball game I've ever played. Somebody hits a shot, they share their name at the top, and it updates the score every time. I don't even know who Turner is, but he hit a shot. And there goes those refs that I like. This is basketball. Now, number 3. How fun was this game? Cracking people in the head with the ball had the most satisfying feeling in any sports game. Like, each player had 2 signature attacks, one in the air and one just running and throwing the ball. You go all across the world during the tournament mode. You go to India, Russia, China, all different types of places. And when you knock somebody out of the game, they don't just lose, they like just lose their life. Like, the spirit just starts floating up into the sky while your team is just celebrating like Who cares if we just died? We won. Now, I was really close to putting this game at number 2 over. Yep, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Let's see. All right, it was what? 007, 373, 5963, was it? That's it. Alright. This is the code to go straight to Mike Tyson. I'm ready. I beat Von Kaiser. How much harder can he be than Von Kaiser? I mean, come on now. I mean, he is a little bit bigger than Von Kaiser, but I ain't think about that. Let's go. Yeah, what you got? See, you ain't got nothing on me. What? Oh. What just happened? One hit? Alright, that's alright. I'll shake that off. Let's go. Come on. Comes the thunder. Oh. Do I even want to get up? I mean, I don't even know what to do next. Is he gonna swing? What's gonna happen? Alright, well. Okay. Well, so much for that, I guess. Okay, this is more my speed. Glass Joe is basically just a test dummy, so you can just wail on him, and he can get hits in if you're not careful. But he's basically just stands there and gets pummeled. Everybody had their own pattern that you had to master, and it took a lot of practice. You couldn't just go in there and think you're gonna win. You had to lose to him a couple times in most cases, and then work your way. And they also had their own signature moves, their own combo that they would throw at you. You can't move around like Ring King, but it was so much better than Ring King. But nothing, and I mean nothing, was better than TECMO Super Bowl. The original had some NFL teams and players. This one had every NFL team and player. Well, not every player. Bo Jackson and Barry Sanders were famous for being unstoppable to the point where you can pretty much toy with the opponent, like I'm about to do right here. Yeah, nobody could do nothing with Bo. But the defense has some star power too now. Lawrence Taylor was a terror to block. I mean, you couldn't even do nothing with him. And don't even try to think you was gonna throw it in Rodney Lott's vicinity. Yeah, him and LT almost always made you pay when you tried to throw or run in their direction. The great receivers made jumping catches and even diving catches. The touchdown animations were cool. They had different ones for running touchdowns and passing touchdowns. There were actually a lot of great running backs on here that was just like really difficult to stop. Aside from Bo and Barry, Thurman Thomas was a beast. Emmitt Smith, Christian Okoye. There's a lot of great ones, but even the great offensive players had to make sure they didn't get caught slipping. Halftime show. I can't forget to mention a full NFL season and playoff that you can play through and pick as many teams as you want to use in that season. Now this game literally had it all. EA's Madden pretty much has this game to thank for the success that they have today, because this had everything, and that's what makes this #1.
Well, that's my top 10 list. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any problems with it, anything out of order, or I left the game out or anything like that, just comment below. Let me know how you feel. Either way, thank you for watching.